Imagine a river flowing freely, carving its way through mountains and valleys. Sometimes it encounters rocks, sometimes it widens into calm lakes, and other times it is forced through narrow channels. Life is exactly like that river, and people and tests are the stones and bends that shape your journey. They come not to stop you, but to form the path you are destined to walk. Every person who crosses your path, every challenge that knocks at your door is not random. They are messengers, carrying lessons you may not yet understand, but will one day look back on and realize were essential. People enter your life to reflect who you are and who you are becoming. Some bring joy, others bring struggle, but all leave a mark. Those who lift you teach you the power of connection. Those who oppose you teach you the power of resilience. Even the quiet souls who seem to pass unnoticed leave whispers of insight that shape your choices and perspectives. Tests enter your life for the same reason. They are not punishments or obstacles meant to break you. They are mirrors held up to your spirit, asking you to rise, adapt, and grow. The harder the test, the deeper the lesson. The longer the struggle, the stronger the wisdom it imparts. There is a rhythm to it, a design you cannot see when you are in the midst of the current. You might meet a person who challenges your patience or a test that seems impossible, and in that moment, it feels cruel. Yet those moments are your teachers disguised as storms. They force you to confront your weaknesses, to question your assumptions, and to expand the boundaries of who you thought you were. Without these interruptions, you remain small, untouched by the fire of experience. It is easy to wish life were smooth, to hope that people would always support you, and tests would never trouble you. But smooth rivers do not carve valleys. Without pressure, there is no diamond. The people who challenge you, the tests that seem unfair, they are the ones shaping the depth of your character, your courage, and your capacity to love and persevere. You begin to understand that nothing is wasted. Each encounter, each difficulty, is a thread in the fabric of your destiny, weaving strength and insight into your story. When you start seeing life this way, you stop asking why people hurt you, why the tests are so hard. You stop seeing obstacles and begin to see invitations. Invitations to grow, to understand, to rise above what you believed were your limits. You learn to meet people and challenges with gratitude, because each one carries a gift. Some gifts are obvious, some are hidden, but all are necessary. And in that moment of understanding, you find freedom. You realize that life is not against you, it is for you. Each person and each test is a guide, a mirror, a stepping stone, a teacher. People who enter your life are never truly random. Some appear quietly, almost like a whisper, while others burst in with energy that cannot be ignored. At first, it may seem that their presence is merely coincidental, a passing shadow on the path of your journey. But if you pause and look closely, you begin to realize that each person reflects a part of you, a truth that you may not have wanted to face, a strength you had not yet recognized, or a weakness that needs attention. The people around you act as mirrors, and through them, life offers you clarity about who you are, who you aspire to be, and who you are capable of becoming. Sometimes it is a friend whose laughter lifts your spirit and shows you the power of joy. Other times it is someone whose actions challenge your patience and push you to examine your reactions, forcing you to confront parts of yourself that you may have kept hidden even from your own mind. In every interaction, there is a lesson, subtle or bold, waiting to be discovered. When someone enters your life, their influence is often proportional to the space they occupy in your thoughts and emotions. A person who challenges you may make you uncomfortable, but discomfort is a necessary ingredient for growth. Through their words, behavior, or even their absence, they highlight the areas where you have room to improve. Perhaps they expose your stubbornness, your fear of change, or your tendency to avoid confrontation. At first, it can feel unfair, as if life has deliberately placed obstacles in your path. But over time, you begin to understand that these people serve a higher purpose. They are not enemies or saboteurs. They are catalysts. They hold up the mirror so you can see yourself more clearly, so you can evolve into the best version of who you are meant to be. Without such reflection, life becomes shallow and growth is slow. Equally important are the people who uplift you, who inspire and motivate you without even trying. They reflect the potential within you, the part of yourself that is brave, creative, and resilient. They remind you that you are capable of greatness, that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Their presence is confirmation that you are not alone, that there is someone who sees you in your entirety and celebrates the journey you are on. Sometimes these people appear during your darkest moments, showing you a light you didn't know existed. At other times, they appear in your triumphs, reflecting back your accomplishments and encouraging you to aim even higher. Their reflections are invaluable because they allow you to recognize the qualities within yourself that you might otherwise overlook or underestimate. It is also important to understand that not all people enter your life to stay forever. Some are meant to be temporary teachers, brief sparks that ignite change or awareness. They leave after their lesson is learned, leaving you with memories, insights, or even scars that serve as reminders of your journey. And while it is natural to mourn their departure, the truth is that their influence is eternal if you take the lesson they offered and integrate it into your life. Even those who cause pain or disappointment are part of this design. Their purpose is not to harm you, but to awaken parts of your mind and spirit that might remain dormant if life were easy or predictable. They force you to look inward, to understand your boundaries, your values, and your limits. Through these encounters, you learn self-respect, discernment, and wisdom. Recognizing the reflective nature of people also changes the way you interact with the world. You stop seeing relationships as mere transactions or random events. Instead, you start noticing the subtle messages in conversations, the lessons hidden in conflict, and the guidance wrapped in praise and criticism. You begin to see that life is always speaking to you through the people you meet, teaching you patience, empathy, courage, and self-awareness. Every relationship, whether harmonious or challenging, contributes to the shaping of your character. You learn not to avoid difficult people or situations, because these encounters are often the most instructive. They are opportunities to see yourself more clearly, to refine your behavior, and to expand your capacity for understanding. In the end, people enter your life to show you who you are. They reflect your strength when you are too humble to see it, your weaknesses when you are too proud to acknowledge them, and your potential when you are too afraid to reach for it. If you learn to observe, listen, and absorb the lessons they offer, you realize that every encounter, every challenge, every connection is intentional. Life itself is designed to shape you through others, teaching you that reflection is one of the most powerful tools for growth. By embracing the presence of people in your life and understanding the lessons they bring, you begin to navigate the world with greater awareness, resilience, and purpose, recognizing that every person you meet is part of the design guiding you toward your highest self. Tests in life are not punishments or random misfortunes. They are intentional, necessary experiences designed to reveal who you truly are beneath the surface of comfort and routine. Often, when a test arrives, it feels unfair or overwhelming, as if life has deliberately placed an obstacle in your path to stop you. Yet the truth is the opposite. Tests are mirrors, reflecting your inner strength, your fears, your weaknesses, and your potential. They arrive in many forms: unexpected challenges at work, sudden shifts in relationships, personal failures, or moments of emotional strain. Each test is a question, asking if you are willing to rise, to adapt, and to grow. And it is only through confronting these questions that you discover the depth of your resilience and the power of your own spirit. When you are faced with a test, the first instinct is often to resist, to avoid, to hope that it will pass without leaving a mark. This resistance is natural, because tests push us out of our comfort zones into territory where uncertainty dominates and control feels impossible. Yet it is precisely in that discomfort that growth is forged. A test strips away the illusions of ease and safety, forcing you to confront reality and engage with life on a deeper level. It forces introspection, self-awareness, and courage. Through the pressure of a test, hidden strengths emerge, qualities that might have remained dormant if life had been smooth. You learn patience, persistence, and creativity not by coasting along, but by facing difficulty head-on. The test becomes less about what is outside you and more about what is inside you, the untapped reserves of determination, focus, and character that are waiting to be awakened. Every test carries a lesson, whether obvious in the moment or revealed over time. Some tests teach patience, showing you that rushing or forcing outcomes will never lead to true fulfillment. Others teach humility, reminding you that no matter how much you achieve, there are forces and circumstances beyond your control. Some tests teach compassion, as you learn to empathize with others navigating their own challenges. And the most profound tests often teach self-belief, showing you that you are capable of more than you imagined, that your courage and resourcefulness can rise to meet even the harshest circumstances. The beauty of a test is that it does not only measure you, it shapes you, molding your mind, heart, and spirit in ways that comfort never could. Tests are also reflections of timing. They arrive when you are ready, or sometimes when life insists you must be ready. The test may appear inconvenient, unfair, or even impossible, yet it is precisely suited to the moment in your life. You may not understand its purpose immediately, and that is part of its design. In retrospect, the test often reveals a pattern or a truth that was hidden while you were in the midst of it. The difficulties you faced were not random trials, but calculated challenges that guided your growth. Every moment of struggle is an invitation to develop resilience, to practice discipline, and to build a character that can withstand the unpredictable nature of life. Tests do not take away from your life. They add depth, perspective, and strength. An essential aspect of tests is that they teach perspective. When a test confronts you, it shows you how much you cling to certainty and control, how quickly fear can arise, and how deeply perseverance can transform outcomes. You learn that failure is not a verdict but a signal, that setbacks are not endings, but opportunities to recalibrate and strengthen your approach. Tests reveal the layers of your being that only adversity can uncover. They show you what you are made of, and often, they show you that what you thought were limitations were only illusions. Every difficulty becomes a tool to sharpen your resolve, to refine your purpose, and to illuminate the path forward. Ultimately, tests enter your life to remind you that you are alive, that growth is ongoing, and that strength is cultivated through engagement with challenge, not avoidance. They are not designed to break you but to awaken you, to push you towards self-discovery and transformation. By embracing tests, observing the lessons they bring, and allowing them to guide your actions and mindset, you realize that life's hardships are not enemies. They are essential companions on the journey toward becoming your highest self. Every test is an opportunity, a hidden doorway to understanding yourself and life more deeply. The more you meet them with courage, curiosity, and acceptance, the more you realize that the tests are not outside of you. They are inside of you, reflecting the very potential you are meant to claim. Challenges in life are not mere obstacles designed to slow you down. They are intentional experiences that test the limits of your spirit and reveal the essence of who you are. Every challenge you face, whether small or immense, is an invitation to grow, to stretch beyond what you believed were your boundaries, and to engage with life more fully. Challenges arrive disguised in many forms: unexpected responsibilities, sudden setbacks, interpersonal conflicts, or personal failures. At first glance, they appear inconvenient, even cruel. But beneath their surface, they carry a profound purpose. They ask you to confront your fears, to rise above your comfort, and to discover the resilience and determination that lie dormant within you. Without these experiences, the depth of your strength and the richness of your character would remain unrealized, and your potential unfulfilled. Facing a challenge is often uncomfortable because it forces you to engage with uncertainty. You are asked to make decisions without guarantees, to move forward even when the outcome is unclear, and to trust in your capacity to endure. This discomfort is not a flaw. It is the catalyst for growth. Just as fire refines gold, challenges refine the human spirit. They strip away illusions of ease and certainty, leaving you with a clearer understanding of yourself. In confronting difficulty, you learn patience and adaptability. You discover that setbacks are not permanent barriers, but temporary tests of resolve. Every challenge demands attention, creativity, and effort. And it is through that engagement that you expand your abilities and strengthen your inner core. Overcoming difficulty is not about avoiding pain, but about transforming it into insight, skill, and confidence. Challenges also act as mirrors, reflecting both your strengths and weaknesses. Some challenges highlight courage you did not realize you possessed, resilience you underestimated, or creativity that emerges under pressure. Others reveal vulnerabilities, patterns of behavior, or fears that you may have ignored. Recognizing these reflections is essential because self-awareness is the foundation of growth. When a challenge exposes a weakness, it is not a condemnation but an opportunity. It is life signaling that this area of your character or skill requires attention. When it reveals a strength, it is affirmation that you are capable of navigating even the toughest circumstances. In this way, challenges are not adversaries. They are teachers, guiding you toward a fuller understanding of yourself. The value of challenges becomes even clearer when you view them as shaping forces rather than disruptions. Each difficulty you face molds your resilience, sharpens your focus, and expands your capacity for empathy. Challenges teach lessons that comfort never could. They force you to develop discipline, to manage your emotions, and to maintain clarity amidst chaos. They test your priorities and your commitment to your goals, reminding you that growth is earned through effort, not passivity. The more significant the challenge, the deeper the lesson. The intensity of difficulty correlates with the magnitude of the transformation it can create. It is through these experiences that ordinary people are forged into extraordinary individuals, capable of facing life's unpredictability with grace and strength. Another essential aspect of challenges is perspective. They reveal the impermanence of difficulty and the potential for triumph. When you are immersed in a challenge, it is easy to feel overwhelmed, to think that the obstacle is insurmountable. But over time, as you navigate the struggle and push through it, you begin to see the broader picture. Challenges teach resilience not only by demanding action, but by reshaping your mindset. They encourage you to approach life with curiosity, to look for solutions where none seem obvious, and to trust in your ability to adapt and persevere. In this sense, every challenge is an opportunity to practice courage, patience, and insight, all of which are essential for long-term growth. Challenges also have the power to teach gratitude. When you emerge on the other side, having faced difficulty and learned from it, you gain a deeper appreciation for life, for your abilities, and for the people and circumstances that supported you along the way. You recognize that what once felt like a burden was, in fact, a gift, a teacher that shaped your character and prepared you for what lies ahead. Through challenges, you learn to embrace the ebb and flow of life, understanding that struggle is not the enemy, but a companion on your journey towards self-mastery. Ultimately, challenges enter your life to push you into growth, to test your strength, and to reveal the depth of your potential. They are not punishments, coincidences, or obstacles meant to break you. They are reflections of life's design, intended to shape you into someone capable of resilience, wisdom, and courage. Each challenge, no matter how difficult, carries the seeds of transformation. By meeting challenges with determination, awareness, and openness, you uncover the power within yourself to rise above, to adapt, and to thrive. The lessons that challenges teach are not fleeting. They remain with you, forming the foundation for every future triumph. People who challenge you and situations that push back against you are often the most valuable teachers in your life. It is natural to want to avoid conflict, to prefer harmony, and to seek comfort. But the truth is that the friction created by difficult people and demanding circumstances is what stretches the limits of your character. When someone tests your patience, questions your decisions, or stands in opposition to your goals, it can feel frustrating or unfair. Yet this discomfort is exactly what invites growth. The presence of opposition forces you to examine your beliefs, your motivations, and your ability to respond with clarity rather than reaction. In every confrontation, every challenge posed by another, there is an opportunity to cultivate strength, resilience, and understanding. Difficult people reveal the areas within yourself that need attention. When you feel irritated, hurt, or challenged by someone, it is often because they have triggered something inside you that has been dormant or ignored. Perhaps they expose a fear you have been avoiding, a weakness you have been trying to deny, or a value you have not yet fully defended. Their presence is a mirror, reflecting back the truths you may not want to see. By paying attention to these moments, you gain insight into your own character. You begin to notice patterns in how you respond, where you falter, and where you excel. The friction is not meant to punish you. It is meant to illuminate the areas where growth is needed, showing you where your attention, effort, and courage must focus. Similarly, challenging situations act as catalysts for development. When life puts obstacles in your path, it tests your creativity, determination, and endurance. You are forced to find solutions, to adapt, and to persist when it would be easier to give up. Each difficulty is an opportunity to practice patience, to refine your judgment, and to cultivate mental and emotional resilience. The resistance you encounter is not a barrier to progress, but a teacher guiding you to dig deeper, to discover your resourcefulness, and to learn that your strength is greater than you imagined. These moments of trial remind you that comfort and ease alone do not create lasting growth. Challenge is the crucible in which your character is forged. One of the most important lessons in encountering difficult people and situations is learning how to maintain your center. Life will always present circumstances that are inconvenient, unfair, or demanding. And the true measure of your growth is not in avoiding these moments, but in how you respond. You learn to navigate friction without losing your composure, to act with integrity even when provoked, and to maintain focus on your purpose even when external circumstances are turbulent. Each encounter teaches you control over your reactions, clarity in your decisions, and balance in your emotions. Over time, these skills accumulate, forming a foundation of strength that allows you to face even the most challenging moments with confidence and grace. Challenges also deepen empathy and understanding. When you face opposition, you are forced to see perspectives other than your own. You learn that every person has reasons for their actions, and every situation has hidden layers you may not immediately perceive. By observing and engaging with resistance thoughtfully, you expand your capacity for compassion and patience. You realize that others, like yourself, are navigating their own struggles, and this awareness softens judgment and fosters deeper connections. Difficult people and situations teach you that growth is not only about personal success, but also about understanding and supporting others while maintaining your integrity and purpose. Moreover, challenges and opposition push you to rise to your potential. It is easy to settle into comfort, to do what is safe, and to remain within boundaries that feel secure. Yet growth does not happen in safety. It happens when you are pushed, when you are tested, and when you are forced to respond to situations that demand your best. Difficult encounters provide the pressure needed to expand your abilities, to build resilience, and to develop qualities such as courage, patience, and perseverance. Each time you confront and overcome resistance, you gain confidence in your capacity to navigate the uncertainties of life, knowing that you are capable of rising above circumstance and mastering your own response. Ultimately, people who challenge you and tests that press against you are not obstacles to be avoided. They are instruments of growth, mirrors that reveal your strengths and weaknesses, and catalysts that refine your character. By embracing the friction and learning from the lessons hidden within, you discover the depth of your resilience, the breadth of your potential, and the clarity of your purpose. The resistance you encounter is not your enemy. It is your guide, shaping you into someone capable of greater understanding, courage, and mastery. When you begin to see opposition and challenge as necessary companions on your journey, you find strength in every struggle and wisdom in every confrontation. Every encounter in life carries a hidden gift, a lesson, or an opportunity for growth that is often invisible at first glance. People and tests enter your life not to burden you or punish you, but to offer insights that shape your journey and expand your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Sometimes the gift is obvious: a friend who uplifts you, a mentor who guides you, or a success that affirms your abilities. Other times, the gift is concealed within struggle, disappointment, or challenge, waiting patiently for you to recognize its value. Life has a way of wrapping wisdom in unexpected packages, and it is through awareness, reflection, and openness that these gifts are revealed. The key is to see every person and every experience as purposeful, a messenger carrying knowledge or growth meant specifically for you. The people who enter your life reflect aspects of yourself that you may not yet fully comprehend. They show you strengths that you have overlooked and weaknesses that require attention. Some come to inspire, teaching you the beauty of generosity, compassion, and encouragement. Others arrive to challenge you, pushing you to confront limitations, break through fear, and cultivate resilience. Even those whose presence is difficult or uncomfortable serve a purpose, offering gifts wrapped in tension or conflict. These gifts are subtle yet transformative, revealing the lessons of patience, understanding, and self-awareness. By observing carefully, you begin to see that every interaction, whether smooth or turbulent, has the potential to teach, guide, and elevate you if you are willing to receive it. Tests, like people, carry hidden gifts designed to shape your character and strengthen your abilities. Challenges force you to engage with life in ways comfort never can. They demand focus, creativity, and perseverance. A test that initially feels overwhelming often becomes a milestone in your personal growth, revealing capabilities and inner resources that you might not have discovered otherwise. Every obstacle is a chance to refine your discipline, sharpen your insight, and expand your emotional and mental endurance. When you approach tests with curiosity rather than fear, you see that their true purpose is not to defeat you, but to awaken potential that lies within you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. One of the most profound aspects of these hidden gifts is perspective. Life teaches that success and failure, joy and hardship, comfort and struggle are interconnected. Each experience, each person, and each test contributes to the broader tapestry of your journey. Sometimes a gift arrives in the form of timing, an unexpected meeting, a new opportunity. or a shift in circumstance that nudges you toward a more meaningful path. Sometimes it arrives as insight, the realization of a lesson long after a situation has passed. Gifts are not always immediate or obvious, but they are always present, waiting for your recognition, understanding, and integration. Life's design is deliberate, even when it is mysterious, and every moment contains the potential to enrich your journey. Recognizing these gifts requires mindfulness, reflection, and gratitude. It asks you to pause and ask questions. What can I learn from this person? What is this test teaching me? How does this challenge help me grow? By reframing difficult situations as opportunities for insight, you transform resistance into wisdom and adversity into growth. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you can see value in every encounter, even those that initially appear painful or confusing. This awareness is empowering because it shifts your focus from what life is taking from you to what life is offering, showing that nothing in your journey is wasted or meaningless. Every experience contributes to the expansion of your knowledge, strength, and perspective. The gifts hidden in people and tests often extend beyond personal growth. They shape your relationships, your understanding of the world, and your contribution to others. A lesson learned from a challenging encounter can equip you to guide, support, and inspire someone else facing a similar situation. The wisdom gained from tests can be shared, becoming a source of encouragement and insight for those around you. Life's gifts are not only individual, they ripple outward, creating impact beyond what you immediately see. By embracing the lessons in every interaction and every challenge, you participate in a cycle of growth and understanding that benefits both yourself and others. Ultimately, the hidden gifts in people and tests are a reminder that life is never random. Encounters and challenges are purposeful, each designed to shape, guide, and elevate you. By learning to recognize, receive, and integrate these lessons, you discover that even the most difficult experiences carry meaning, and every person and test that crosses your path is an instrument of growth. The more you cultivate awareness and openness, the more you see that life itself is a teacher, delivering its wisdom through every connection, every challenge, and every moment. Every encounter and every test is a gift waiting to be recognized, and your willingness to receive it transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Struggles and opposition are not punishments or random hardships. They are essential elements in the shaping of your character, the refinement of your understanding, and the strengthening of your inner resilience. Life has a way of placing challenges in your path that test more than your skills or intelligence. They test your patience, your integrity, and your courage. When faced with opposition, whether from people, circumstances, or your own limitations, it is natural to feel frustration, anger, or doubt. Yet these moments are not meant to break you. They are meant to teach you, to stretch you beyond the comfort of familiarity, and to reveal the depth of strength you possess. The friction you experience in these struggles is a tool for transformation, carving away what is unnecessary and sharpening what is essential within you. Opposition often highlights the areas where growth is most needed. When someone challenges you or life presents a difficult circumstance, it forces you to confront your own weaknesses, fears, or blind spots. Perhaps you discover that your patience is thinner than you imagined, that your self-discipline is inconsistent, or that your mindset resists change. These revelations can be uncomfortable, even painful, but they are invaluable. They illuminate the specific aspects of your character that require attention and care. Without such friction, these areas might remain hidden, allowing patterns of weakness or limitation to persist unnoticed. Struggles, then, are not interruptions, they are mirrors, reflecting back to you the truths that you need to see in order to evolve. At the same time, opposition strengthens your resilience. Every time you face resistance and choose to continue forward, you build endurance, confidence, and determination. The challenges you overcome act as evidence of your capabilities, proving to yourself that you are stronger and more resourceful than you previously believed. Each obstacle that you navigate adds to a foundation of self-trust, showing that even in the face of adversity, you can maintain your focus, adapt, and find solutions. Resilience is not cultivated in comfort. It grows in the soil of challenge, nurtured by your willingness to confront difficulty with courage and perseverance. Through opposition, you come to understand that setbacks are temporary and that your inner strength is constant. Struggles also refine your emotional intelligence and perspective. When you encounter opposition, you are often forced to manage emotions that arise from frustration, fear, or disappointment. Learning to respond with clarity rather than reaction, with patience rather than anger, and with wisdom rather than impulsivity is part of the gift that struggle brings. Life's challenges teach you empathy, showing you that others are also navigating their own hardships and that everyone has their own battles to face. Through these lessons, you develop the ability to approach conflicts and difficulties with understanding, grace, and discernment. Opposition becomes not only a test of strength, but also a teacher of awareness, guiding you toward greater balance and emotional maturity. The transformative power of struggle lies in the lessons it imparts. Every difficulty presents an opportunity to reevaluate priorities, refine goals, and develop skills that are not required in easy circumstances. Challenges teach problem solving, innovation, and persistence. They encourage you to step beyond what is familiar and comfortable, revealing potential that would remain dormant without the pressure of resistance. Even failures within these struggles carry instruction, highlighting what does not work, what needs adjustment, and what approach will ultimately lead to success. Struggles are therefore not signs of defeat. They are training grounds, equipping you with the tools, mindset, and wisdom needed for future challenges and for the realization of your greater purpose. Another profound aspect of facing opposition is the cultivation of humility and patience. Life's struggles remind you that control is often limited, that success is not guaranteed, and that outcomes are shaped by effort, timing, and circumstances beyond your immediate grasp. These experiences teach acceptance without resignation, prompting you to act with diligence while recognizing the natural flow of life. In this way, opposition balances ambition with understanding, persistence with patience, and confidence with humility, creating a harmony that is essential for long-term growth and fulfillment. Ultimately, struggles and opposition are instruments of life's design, intentionally guiding you towards self-mastery. They reveal your limitations so you can overcome them, highlight your strengths so you can build on them, and provide lessons that shape your judgment, perseverance, and character. By embracing these challenges rather than avoiding them, by learning from the friction rather than resenting it, you discover that every trial is a step toward becoming the person you are capable of being. The difficulties you face are not obstacles in the path. They are the path, shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Every struggle you encounter carries a lesson, and every opposition is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life's lessons are rarely delivered in comfortable packages. Often, they arrive disguised as people, circumstances, or tests that demand your attention, courage, and reflection. The most profound truths about yourself and the world are revealed through these experiences, teaching you that growth is not accidental but intentional. People and tests enter your life to prepare you for your destiny, to awaken potential, and to guide you toward a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of. Each encounter, each challenge, is a stepping stone along a path designed not to shelter you, but to shape you into the person you are meant to become. When you begin to recognize this, you start to see life differently, not as a series of obstacles, but as a carefully orchestrated journey filled with opportunities for transformation. Every person who enters your life plays a role in this preparation. Some bring light, encouragement, and inspiration, showing you what is possible and lifting you toward your potential. Others challenge you, push you, or even create tension, forcing you to confront weaknesses, fears, and assumptions. Both types of encounters are essential because they reflect the different dimensions of your own character. Through the people who support you, you learn gratitude, joy, and connection. Through those who challenge you, you develop resilience, patience, and discernment. Life does not simply place you in a bubble of comfort. It places you in a dynamic environment where growth is inevitable if you choose to see it. Every relationship, whether fleeting or enduring, carries insight, skill, or wisdom that contributes to your preparation for future challenges and opportunities. Tests, much like people, enter your life to reveal your capacity for growth. They are not punishments but mirrors that show you the depth of your abilities, your courage, and your potential for perseverance. Tests may arrive as sudden crises, unexpected responsibilities, or personal struggles that demand more of you than you thought you could give. In the moment, they may feel daunting or overwhelming, but each test carries within it the seeds of transformation. By facing them, you learn discipline, patience, and the art of problem solving. You discover inner reserves of strength and resilience that you may have never realized existed. Tests remind you that life's most important lessons are often learned in discomfort, and the growth they foster is not superficial but deeply ingrained, shaping the very foundation of who you are. An important aspect of understanding why people and tests enter your life is recognizing that timing is deliberate. Challenges and lessons rarely arrive too early or too late. They come when you are ready, or when life insists that you must be ready. Sometimes a test will push you to act, sometimes a person will inspire you to see a new perspective, and sometimes both will occur simultaneously. The purpose is always to expand your awareness, cultivate your abilities, and prepare you for the responsibilities, opportunities, and relationships that lie ahead. Life orchestrates these moments to ensure that you are equipped to handle what is coming next, to strengthen you where you are vulnerable, and to reveal potentials that have remained dormant. Embracing these lessons requires awareness and openness. When you perceive challenges as obstacles or people as inconveniences, you risk missing the profound gifts they carry. But when you shift your perspective and approach life with curiosity and acceptance, you begin to see that each encounter and each test is an invitation to grow. You learn to extract wisdom from difficulties, insight from conflict, and courage from moments of fear. Even failures and disappointments carry instruction, showing you what does not work, what requires adjustment, and what steps are necessary to align with your purpose. Life's design is intricate, and the preparation it offers through people and tests is precise, intentional, and necessary. Ultimately, the presence of people and tests in your life is a reflection of life's commitment to your growth and evolution. They are not random events but integral components of your journey, each one shaping, refining, and preparing you for the path ahead. When you understand this, you stop resisting lessons and begin to embrace them. You stop questioning why challenges exist and start asking what they can teach you. You begin to see every interaction, every difficulty, and every unexpected turn as an essential part of the process of becoming the person you are meant to be. Life is not just happening to you, it is happening for you, with each person and each test acting as a guide, a mirror, and a teacher along the way. The people and tests that enter your life are not obstacles to avoid, but instruments of preparation, reflection, and growth, guiding you toward the realization of your highest potential. Path without purpose. Every person, every test, every challenge carries a lesson, a mirror, or a gift meant to shape us into the individuals we are destined to become. The people who uplift us remind us of our potential. The ones who challenge us reveal where growth is needed. Tests and struggles uncover strengths we never knew we had and teach patience, resilience, and courage. Life, in its infinite wisdom, uses these experiences not to break us, but to mold us, guiding us toward clarity, strength, and self-mastery. When we embrace these lessons with awareness and gratitude, we see that even the difficulties, the discomfort, and the opposition are part of a grand design. A design meant to prepare us, refine us, and awaken the best within us. Remember, every encounter is intentional, every challenge an opportunity, and every reflection a doorway to growth. By seeing life this way, we learn not only to navigate it with grace and courage, but also to honor the journey itself, knowing that each step, each lesson, and each person has a role in shaping our destiny. As you move forward, carry this understanding in your heart. Welcome the lessons, embrace the people, and face the tests with confidence. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, and within every challenge lies the power to rise higher than ever before. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for allowing these words to be part of your path today.